Hey guys, welcome back to the Struggleville YouTube channel. For this video, I want to do a little review on this utility cart, lawn cart, whatever you want to call it. It's made by Yardworks, and I want to take a few measurements, show you guys the dimensions, real quick, show you how it goes together, and then tell you a few things that I like about it, a few things that I might not like so much about it. If you're having a hard time hearing me, it is really windy out today, so hopefully it's not too bad. But this is an item that is available at Menards. That's where I bought it. The regular price on it right now is $79.99. If I do find it on any other websites, I will leave links in the description below. Otherwise, you'll just find the link to the Menards item if I don't find it anywhere else. So first, let's get a few dimensions on this thing. The overall length is 38 inches, not counting these little brackets on each end that hold the sidewalls up, which are removable. We'll get into that more in a second. And the width is 21 inches. The height from the ground to the platform is about 13 inches. From the ground to the top of the cage is 21.5 inches. So it has 10-inch tires. They're pneumatic tires, and the front you can see pivots. So first thing I want to do is show you guys how it goes together. The instructions are actually pretty good on this thing. It's only about 6 bolts to put it together, and the parts all come in like a package that have each step labeled. So like, these are the bolts for step 1, these are the bolts for step 2, which I really like, because sometimes you're putting stuff together and you just get a bag full of bolts and it's like, where exactly does this bolt go? So that was nice. Let me take this apart real quick, and we'll take a look at that. Take a look at how it goes together. Notice, once you remove the front and back, there's nothing holding the walls on. That just fell right off. And that's one of the things I don't like about it that we're going to get into. Alright guys, so when you're putting this thing together, the first thing the instructions tell you to do is put on the front axle. It uses 1 bolt right here. It's actually just a stud. You'll have a nylon bushing underneath between the frame and the axle, and then you'll have a regular washer and a lock nut that goes on top. Make sure not to get this too tight, because if it's too tight, these front wheels won't pivot. So make sure to do that. The back is going to be the same thing, except for it's 2 studs back there. Get them as tight as you want, because that doesn't have to move. The second thing you put together is the arm that connects to the handle. You have 2 bolts. They were nice enough to make every single bolt a different size, so you'll need a couple different wrenches or a crescent to put this together. The next thing they have you do is put on the wheels. Hopefully this is on the screen. It's just a cotter pin with a washer, so easy enough to put that on. The last thing is the handle, and the handle is just a single bolt right here, washer on both sides. Again, it's not something you want to get terribly tight, because then it won't move. So let's talk about these rails and how they go together. So all 4 rails are interchangeable, and not all 4. So the front 2 are interchangeable and the side 2 are interchangeable. When you put them in, you want the welds on the outside, or when you first put it in at the bottom, and they're just going to slide into these little slots right here and lift up, and it's in place. Now, one thing I don't like about this is you have to have multiple sides on, or there's nothing to hold in just one side. And for different applications, you might just want one on, or you might just want the sides without the back and the front on. You know, an older, like a wooden wagon, would have brackets on the outside here, and the wood post would slide down, so you could have 1 up, you could have all 4 up. You can do whatever you want. With this one, you're going to have multiples, because they're going to have to lock in. So, same thing with the front. Get the handle out of the way. And it swings up. These little locks, I'll show you more on the back one, but they just slide into a groove and push down. Alright guys, so let's take a little bit closer look at the locking mechanism for the sides. It's just this bar with a nut on the back, and to release it you lift it up and you can see this slot right here. So when you're putting it on, you're just putting it through and pushing it down. Now when you get this thing, this is already going to have the nut and the washer on it, but it's way back here. It's barely on at all. The instructions don't say anything about tightening it, but what I found is it was too loose. The thing would just go like that when you're going, you know, through the yard or hitting any kind of bumps. So I tightened the stud back here, the nut on the stud. I buried it all the way till it ran out of threads and then backed it out about 1 turn, just so it makes it a tighter fit and you don't get that rattle. And did that on all 4 spots. A couple things about this cart. If I didn't mention earlier, which I probably should have, it's a 900-pound capacity cart. Let's zoom out. So it's a 900-pound capacity cart, and overall it seems well built and sturdy. For the axles and the framing of it feels really sturdy. What I don't like is these sidewalls seem really cheaply made, and it's the first thing you pull out of the box when you open it, and you pick these things up and they're so light and they feel like something you could just break in your hands, and I wasn't impressed with that at all. And I don't like the locking mechanisms on it, but the main structure of the cart I've been really happy with. This is the cart I'm going to use to make a rain barrel, and I'll put a card up on the screen if you're interested in seeing how that goes. But that's what was my purpose, and it's going to be a 55-gallon drum, so 500 pounds or so in it. It's a 900-pound cart. Should be fine. I'm also going to replace the handle in the front, which is something you might want to do if you have a lawn tractor. Let's look at the front real quick. So because this just uses 1 bolt and it uses a pull handle, the gap, the inside distance right there is 1.5 inches. So I bought an 1.25 inch steel bar that I'm going to drill a hole through and put either a pin or put this bolt back in on this side, and then on the other side put a pin to hook it up to my lawn tractor, which obviously I haven't done yet, but I think will work out just fine. It's a 4-wheel cart, so you don't really have to worry about the stability or the weight shifting in relation to being connected to the lawn cart. So I think that will work, and it might be something, if you get a cart like this, that you might want to do. So that's it, guys. A little review on this lawn cart. Hope you liked the video. We'll be doing more different types of review videos on tools and other things that I pick up. Let you guys know what I think. And make sure to give the video a like. Subscribe if you're not already a subscriber. If you have a cart like this, if you have this cart, feel free to leave a comment below. Let me know what you think of it. And thanks for watching.